guys, I'm back out again for another wild camp, and this time I'm with the not so little wanderer. And what we're going to do is we're going to abseil down this bank to get across that stream, because the wild camping spot's just over there, and it is very slippery, and with a heavy backpack on as well, it's just too dangerous. And what Christopher's done is tied a bowline loop. Want to get yourself down and across? Proper adventure this, isn't it? That rope is a little bit springy, it's not the best rope. And I've got some steps cutting the bank. A little bit of roading now. It's been a couple of years since I last camped here. This is where it's at. Get out and do a bit of wild camping, you know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. So Christopher's going to hammock camp here between these two trees. That bag's heavy. I think it's got all your stuff in. And Christopher's going to be sleeping in a hammock. The one Paul gave him, anything outdoors. So thanks for that, Paul. And what we're doing is we'll put this hammock up, and what we've had to do is put a couple of loops around the tree, and I just tied an overhand knot basically because I couldn't remember, well, I couldn't think of any other knot basically, and it's going to be used once and then chucked away, because I don't like butchering rope, but I had to on this occasion. The cordage won't go all the way around the tree, but it's a nice hammock, isn't it? Yeah. I think you're a little bit too low actually, because there is a bit of stretch. So can you remember how to adjust it?
About there.
Alright. And then put like a half hitch in. It's brilliant that. Hey, you're good. You only need to be showing once and you remember everything.
Surprisingly.
We've got his ridge line up. We've just tied a bowline loop and just fed the ridge line through there. And on this side we've got a trucker's hitch with a slippery half hitch. The ridge line wasn't long enough to go around the tree, so we've basically just had to tie it to the two loops of cordage going around the tree. So that's how we've got. Like I say, these oaks are like 1 metre thick. Right, we'll get your tarp up. That's my tarp set up, I'll give you a look. And I'm under the 3x3 metre DD Superlight tarp. One of my favourite tarps actually. It's probably overkill for what I do. Plenty of room under there. And that's the bug net. I did have bug net guy lines attached to these rings because I thought I could, like, you know, guy it out and give us more space, but it hasn't really worked out, so I've just cut them off. So to get in I'll just have to take these close pegs off, get in, and then, you know, close it back up again. It's a bit of a hassle to put together. Maybe it's because the first time I've done it, and I will get quicker as time goes on. And the net, it's not the micro net, it won't keep midges out, but it keeps out the ticks. That's the important thing. And I'm on my Crivet air mattress in my 3-season sleeping bag. I've got the tarp connected to these carabiners, and I've got some Prusik knots, and I've got this tied to the stump as well. So I've got two ridge lines, one for the bug net with a trucker's hitch and slippery half hitch Top one's the same. So quite a simple setup. Christopher's making a lot of noise over here, as usual.
Well, it's hard with a small knife, you know.
We'll use a big knife. And that's the knife the Northumbrian made for us. Lovely little camp knife that.
It's sort of a table.
You're making a table?
Sort of.
Oh well. You've got plenty of cordage, you've got plenty of wood, you've got a saw. So just be careful with that knife because it's very sharp. Are you getting hungry yet, Christopher?
Not really.
Got chicken curry for later, and for much later on, if we do have a barbecue, well, we've got to have a barbecue because we've got the food will go off. We've got burgers and sausages. Do you want to light a fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't seem that enthusiastic, does he? Probably is, like, but never mind. So I'll have a wander around. I'll gather some wood, and we'll get back to you later if anything interesting happens. Usually does when Christopher's around. I like them hex burners because they burn so clean. Enjoying it? Get out and do a bit of wild camping, you know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. People think I'm stupid, you know. Right, we're going to have some chicken curry. Hot chicken curry out of a tin. Just for convenience, we'll have a barbecue later. We've got grills and, you know, got all my wood there ready. My fire lay. Got a bit of a wood pile there. So I think the rice needs to be done first because it's like, it's the, you've got to add a little bit of water, it's like 6 minutes. And I don't even know if that's the right amount of water, but it just got a splash. You know what I think? Just hide it together and I think the rice should soften. Need a spoon. Put the other one in.
I hate these things.
Give us it here. I think that's just about the right size pot because anymore I think it would overflow.
Oh, you can smell that.
I think we might have put a bit too much water in, you know.
Yeah, just a bit.
Are you hungry?
A little bit.
Me too. Heat-proof glove. I'm sick of burning myself. Right, so shall we pour yours into your mess tin?
Yeah. Ooh.
Say when?
Yeah, I'll do.
This is where it's at. The size of the chicken in that. Massive lumps. You buy some tinned, you know, like curries and that, and the meat's non-existent. It's hunt the meat.
That's big.
I'll definitely buy that again. Right, I'm boiling some water. I'm going to have a 2-in-1 coffee. Christopher's going to have the gingerbread latte, and I'm still a bit peckish, so I'm going to have the lentil curry man camper gave us a few weeks ago, and I thought, well, this is a good time to try it. What I love about them boiling the bags, there's no washing up. You heat the water, you make a brew from the water, and you eat directly out the bag. Oh, it's caught fire. That's not what I wanted. Oh no. Oh no, what happened there? Oh. Still gonna go into waste, I'll still eat it. If it doesn't stick in your throat, it'll not kill you. little bits of plastic in there floating around in there. It's too late now, I'm bothered. It's a bit creamy, isn't it? A bit thick. Bit like me. Thick. Thick but willing. Heinz creation. Lentil curry with dal, spices and tomato. Add some spice for a delicious rice dish. Actually, that's the one thing that's missing is the rice. But we had that before with the chicken curry. I've seen these in Lidl's actually. Is it Lidl's or Aldi?
Aldi.
Yes, the rain. Just good timing because we're just about finished eating. And that's cold. It wasn't even worth the effort to try to heat it up. But it's nice, mate. Yes. Hey, you're good at this, aren't you? And Christopher's going to play with his catty now. We've built this catty pellet trap, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you're good at that.
And further distance.
You're getting better than me. So you might be an instinctive shooter. You know what I mean? You don't have to aim, you just raise your arm and you naturally hit the target. Right, so much for that theory. That's the window. And this is where I camp. And Christopher's quite at home here. Target practice. That's Christopher's setup. Give us a quick look at that.
Need an archery set.
Got his roll mat in there. Now, I'll tell you what I have noticed about this, and I've got some tape to cover the holes. Had a few holes since I last used it. From the inside, I can see daylight in a number of places. It's forecast the rain for a couple hours, and it could be quite heavy. It's feeling quite close actually. I have a food all over my lips. Looks like I got lipstick on, Christopher.
It's got power. Girls power.
So do I. Girl power. It's my turn. This is how you do it. The master will show you the way. Just like that. Yes.
I think that's in. I think that's gone in.
It's gone inside. That's why these things aren't toys. They can do some serious damage. Good, aren't they? Oh, well, let us see you hit one. That rain's past. It's just a beautiful evening, and we're just doing a bit of wildcamping in some local woods. And what could be better than this? So, and he's getting much better with that catapult. So it's just a beautiful evening, father and son. You know what would be better?
It went in.
What? Went in, did it? Yeah, it's put a massive hole in it. Oh yes. I mean, look at that, how big that hole is compared. You've definitely ripped it apart. Shredded it. That was really quick, that. Took the whole lot on. And that's bone dry, that'll take no problem at all. You need to put some more wood on now, Christopher. Once the flames are a lot higher than the air coming over the top, then you put like slightly bigger wood on.
It didn't take long.
We didn't have to make it massive. Just put a few more logs on, let it die down, and then just have enough coals to have that barbecue. And we've got the grills there. Got plenty of wood here. Happy days. What do you think of the show so far?
Going well.
You're supposed to say rubbish.
Okay.
Luckily that rain stayed away. It's been one or two little drops, you know, but it was forecast for light showers, and you know what it is, it's hardly rain at all. It just comes and goes, and it's just very light, so totally enjoying this. Hungry yet? I think they're ready now, you know. Oh, pigeons going to roost. Do you want some? What one of them in? Want some sauce?
Yeah. They're very oval, aren't they?
Whoa.
Yeah, oval shape. This is hard one-handed.
Any good?
Mm-hmm.
This is about as good as it gets. Cooking in the woods. I've said it 100 times before. Food always tastes better when it's cooked in the woods on a fire. It's that time of night now, the birds are going to roost. It's a pigeon. Them sausages are absolutely red hot. Christopher's idea to use the skewers. Just went over there and got a bit of green hazel, debarked it. You know what I mean? You can't get much better than that. I think we'll just let that fire die down now. We're having our last coffee for the night, and we don't need any warmth, so we'll just let it go out. Christopher still has a few activities to do. What are you doing?
I don't know, I can't remember.
I think he just likes using the tools and learning about stuff, you know what I mean? So I think we'll just finish our coffees and just chill out, enjoy the rest of the evening. It's been lovely, it's hardly rained, it's so warm. In fact, I think it's gonna thunder, it's just so close. And I think I definitely did the right thing with that bug net. You know, I definitely like being in a tent. There's bugs everywhere, and that's the next best thing for me, basically. I'm still under a tarp, I still feel like I'm in the open. So have you got anything else to say, Christopher?
Nope.
Nope. We'll switch off and catch us all again tomorrow. Well, I had a really good sleep last night. It was so warm and it rained for a while. It was ever so gentle, the drops of rain hitting off the tarp. It was like therapeutical. And it was just nice to be out, basically. The bug net did its job, although there was a couple of small insects not getting in, and I thought I hadn't closed it properly. But it's not a micro bug net, it's marketed as a mosquito net. And I think some really small bugs were able to crawl through. So I close it off with these pegs. I see you're packing away nice and early. Enjoy it?
Yeah.
Would you do it again? Good, that's what I like to hear. You got anything to say then, Christopher?
Nope.
Nope. Well, it's a beautiful day, and I just put off the inevitable, really. You know, I take a break camp slowly. I just potter on and put things away gradually, because I hate hanging around. When I know I'm going home, I just like to make a start. I hate putting things off. But did you have a good sleep?
No.
The hammock was a bit narrow and his roll mat kept falling off it, so it's not so good for sleeping on, but ideal for lounging on. You know, and it's lightweight and it's compact, so it's good in that respect. But I'm pleased he didn't get wet because his tarp had a few holes in. I patched up the best I could, but I used it over the winter to cover a leaky shade, and it flapped in the wind quite a bit, and I think it weakened it or created a few holes. And I didn't really notice it until I was underneath it, and I could see little pinpricks of light. I thought they're all over him, and I think, oh, if it rains he's gonna get wet, but they were just pinpricks, you know. There was one or two larger holes which I patched up, and that was one of my concerns when when it rained last night. I'm thinking I'm lovely, cosy, warm and dry, and he could be lying there getting rained on. But it's a learning curve.
Thanks.
Well, we've all been through it. You know, once you start your wild camping career, there'll come a time where you'll get freezing cold because you didn't bring the right kit, or you didn't put your shelter up right. You'll get wet, and you get wet, and you get cold. Sometimes you learn from it, and it makes you a better wild camper. Look at me, I still make mistakes, and I'm been doing it for years and years. The fire's gone out now, and Christopher's done a really good job of covering it and making it look a little bit more natural. And as usual, we will leave no trace, because that's the kind of wild campers we are. Get out and do a bit of wild camping, you know it makes sense, leave no trace. Well, that's us packed up and ready to go. We've had a good look round, we've picked up all the litter. It's in here. And we're taking a little bit that was already here away, so doing our bit for the environment. If everybody took more rubbish away that they brought in, there'd be no rubbish at all. Right, have you got anything to say?
No.
No. The next top YouTuber, but he never has nothing to say. I'm just kidding you. Right, my coat's over there, you know. I was going to leave that. just well, I've noticed my coat there. I've had a look. I'm looking more for rubbish on the ground. I've left gear hanging in the trees. Right, that's it, guys. We'll get away, and we will see you all on the next one. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense.